Yo, Embrace the Wave podcast,
Bow.
Yo, let me get through the intro.
My fault.
I mean, you got,
Sorry.
you got tone this down, gang. Gang shit, come on.
I missed y'all.
Oh, we on episode 34.
Yeah.
I think so.
No, isn't it 35 now?
Nah.
What's last song? 33?
Yeah, gotta be 3.
Okay, so 34.
I mean, it was 33s, now we 34s, now we throwing up 4s, like I broke my thumb, you know what I mean? Gang. Gangsters in the cut. That was a John Moran post, that shit was fire. I was like, yeah, that's dope. I'm throwing up some 4s now, nigga. But anyways, yo.
I didn't see that.
Episode 34, you know what I mean? We out here in Embrace the Wave podcast. We on YouTube, Auto 2 Babies. We on Spotify, Anchor, Apple, whatever you own, bro. Embrace the Wave podcast, bro. You know what I mean? Your boy Auto Cash will be out here be talking about crazy things. We was just talking about finances. We was just talking about
stocks and shit like that.
What we talking about before?
We did the VR.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, the VR, like, and then we was talking about very important topics that be going on. I mean, like the Genius documentary, Hillsong, things like that, bro. But episode 34, we back. No,
got some good shit for you today too.
We got a recurring guest.
Yes, sir. If y'all OG member, y'all would remember this nigga right here, man.
Good times, bro.
OG right here.
We had, I think my favorite. We had the one.
The one everybody pulled through.
Yeah,
that was the first one. I think the first one. Yeah, the Christ. JP was in that.
Yeah,
that shit was.
That was a whole round table.
That was fire. Shout out to that setup. Shout out to you for that little room shit. That was fire.
Yeah, that room was. That's the OG room right there, bro.
That was the spot.
Then we had Mike. That was in the basement somewhere.
Yeah,
I forgot. That's in Beckton, right? No, that was in.
No, that's a student.
Was it the student center?
Yeah, the SGA building, whatever.
Is it called that though?
But in the bottom though.
It's
no, you mean the at FDU?
FDU, what's it
That's
called?
It's
not
the.
Damn, I forgot. It's not called the CGA.
No, it's not called the SGA. It's called the students. Nah, it's not
the sub.
The student union building.
Yeah, the sub. Yeah, that's what it was. Cause I was like, yo, it's not called that. Yeah, the sub.
SGA. I was like,
that's kind of wild. Niggas really forgot. I was like, damn, like what's
it's a long time.
Nah, it feels like it was like I'm not gonna lie. It feels like it was like for me like yesterday. Like I still feel like I'm going to like. When I walk by FDU, I'm like, oh, I go here. But I'm like, no, I don't. Like, if I walk into the library, they'd be like, sir, get out. And I'd be like, but I graduated 3 years ago. Like, you don't understand.
Man, that's crazy. Now we dropping by. I'll be like, damn, I miss it. Yo, I just missed the last 2 years. Because I feel like we missed it.
Yeah. I mean,
like, damn. I'm saying, because junior year was lit.
Yeah, that was going to be a lit ass year.
I'm not going to let this. I know I don't want to bring it back to COVID, to like quarantine talk, but like, I like that. I kind of like quarantine. The first couple of months, I was like, you know what?
First couple of months.
But even into the semester, I was like, you know what? I could stay at the crib and just look up answers.
Yeah, cause I was gonna fail.
Word
too. My GPA is gonna be
fire. My shit was fire after that.
My mental health is gonna be better. Like that's what it is. It's like, all right, exact. Okay, fair enough.
Niggas was that depressed though.
That's a good topic of mental health. Okay, cause I was in a pod where we know niggas discuss it, you know what I mean? How as young men, you know what I mean?
We do go through the things that hurt us day to day, and we have to,
niggas always talk about depression, right? But is that mental health? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No, but in terms of
in what sense, like medically,
everyone has mental health problems, but is it always in terms of depression?
Okay, so the way that I've come to understand it, right? It's like people can have mental health issues but still not be mentally ill. Yeah. There's two different things. Right? Well, mental illness like depression, that's more of a chemical, like a neurochemistry kind of issue. But if you also think about it, as humans, I feel like we all innately kind of encounter struggle on a daily basis, and it's like it's kind of the way that you react to it that kind of determines whether whether you have a mental illness or whether you're like just having a bad day.
Yeah. But then like some people go through phases, like say with quarantine, so they were just like people were just like in a mind state. Yeah. Would that be classified as mental illness?
So, I feel like certain situations in life, like traumas is what people would call it, they can kind of trigger mental, like predispositions to having a mental illness. Yeah. So, like someone who didn't think they had depression when they were like 12, suddenly someone dies, then they fall into the depression. They're like, oh no, you kind of had the chemical set up for it already, and this just kind of put it over the top.
Okay, so you're saying mental illnesses are come like with not situations, but like you were born with them.
I feel like a lot of
like you're wired.
Exactly, it's a predisposition. You kind of just gotta be pushed like over the edge type. Like.
It's and like I think Joker, like like what's it called? everyone has that one bad day.
The one breaking point.
Yeah,
but it's usually not as dramatic. You know, usually like when that kind of thing does happen.
Like he's not gonna go.
Exactly, you're not gonna like.
You know, like that's a tough day right there. But we do have shooters though, school shooters. Yeah. That does count as like a that one day where it's like
that is true.
I'm fed up.
But you can be detrimental, like not killing people, but to your relationships.
Like
you killing your friends and your family by acting a certain way because you feel a certain way. If that makes sense.
At the same time, it's like obviously not like serious, like killing as in the literal sense, but like killing them off or like doing things that kind of bother them. So it's like that kind of in that sense like of killing. It's like
shutting them out.
Shutting them out. Yeah. At the same time, I feel like a lot of people are kind of really quick to like judge and be like, oh, you're cutting people off, you don't care. At the same time, it's like there is some value in doing that. Like that is ultimately
right. Ooh, but what's that,
sometimes
what's
you need
value?
to cut people off. That's the thing.
I think that goes down to like evaluation of your friendships now, because I think people do grow, and so like it's okay to separate because your objectives or your goals are different now. So I think it's alright, and sometimes niggas do have those times where
we say nephews.
Nephews. They be when we talk about shit like they my brothers, my brothers and sisters. We now talking about deep things. Let's get ready. We got to spit some shit. People do have a change of like a goal, and they take different paths where you may not align no more with your goals and your morals, your values. So that I think at that point that's positive in that
it's
when
positive.
it comes to mental health.
At the same time, what's interesting is like rarely with my friends do I have conversations about like this is kind of what it's like when you enter a relationship. At least I feel like it's really healthy, like an intimate one. I feel like it's always healthy to be like, okay, these are my boundaries. Not necessarily boundaries, but this is what I like. This is how I feel like we should interact. This is how we should communicate. If I'm feeling this way, I'll tell you that. It's like I've never really had those conversations with like an intimate partner, and I feel like the relationship
with an intimate partner,
it would have gotten a lot better. It would have started off better if you did like initiate a conversation of like, oh, this is the basis of how I want the relationship to go. Gotcha. And like,
or your preferences.
It's like these are kind of things that I feel like would benefit me. Because like essentially as a relationship, you're a team. Yeah. But even like as a friendship, it's still a team dynamic, and it's like I've rarely ever had that kind of conversation with any of my like friends and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Which is
that is true though. But I feel like in the sense of friendship to like intimate partner is different because as a friendship, I can give you my opinion, but you're not gonna take it as much as
Nah, but
it depends. I feel like
a friend is a friend. Like you're my brother. I value your opinion, right? Like then what is different levels, right? Like associates, or you just.
I feel like it depends on. Like for me, it's like it's a lot easier for me to get emotionally intimate with someone I'm getting physically intimate with, right? Okay. So it's like there's that aspect of vulnerability, but it's like I feel like I can only really open up to like significant other type things. It's like friends I've never really done that with. I've never really like been like, oh, this is kind of how I'm feeling. This is that and the third, and it's like. It's weird that that's not a conversation that I've had because it's like people that you want in your life, they're supposed to be meaningful connections, and it's like why not actually engage in the conversations that make relationships more meaningful with like everyone in your day-to-day life.
And I would say it's levels because while we don't do that, if we do it, I feel like dumb relationships, friendships, it's gonna be way stronger.
That's what I'm saying.
Like down the line, that's gonna be your best man at the wedding. Like some like on some. Yo, this is how I really feel.
Exactly. And I feel like media, not to blame media, but it's like in general when I see relationships of like you see like guy friends and stuff, it's usually just very superficial. It's like they're at the bar, they're fucking.
Or niggas not really doing
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That 3-dude group.
That's doing like real stuff.
So it's like. The way that I used to interpret friendships is like, oh, we're just gonna do dumb shit and like not really know about each other. But at the same time, it's like no, that's like really boring. That's really time. It's not working.
Right, true.
That's why it fails because eventually you just want to do dumb stuff with someone else, right?
So it's like if you actually, when are you gonna find the loyalty? When you can actually like.
See, like that's where you carry like loyalty and trust and
exactly.
values is one of those things. And see, that's the thing though with your friends though, like because as you grow. You do start dropping the those friends that are just do shit you doing dumb shit with.
You can't be fly right. It's too cold for that.
It's a little bit cold. It's a little bit cold.
It's very. Like
Nah, I lost my thought.
Now you talking about like friends, like you don't grow.
Yeah, so like I do because there was always like for me like my boys, really, I've been around them for like a couple years now. You feel me? Even from like, you know, day one to now, like we built that rapport or that trust through like shit that we have been through. Even if we didn't have those conversations, we could tell like based on our situations and shit like that. I could see where he's come from, where I'm coming from.
Yeah. At the same time, it makes it better too.
I don't know.
Because,
I've always.
I would say like in terms of like. Say like me, we there's gonna be some stuff we go apart on. Yeah. But you still like my dog.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like,
we value our opinion.
5 years from now, but you still my dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's not. In terms like that.
And it's weird how you can establish that kind of connection without really talking about it. You know, it's like you guys probably never really like acknowledge like, oh, we're gonna be tight regardless. But it's like no, it's like as you kind of grow with somebody, as you understand how like you interact, and it's like no, like there's some things that we don't really need to talk about. But it's like if they're having a bad day, you don't gotta tell me about it. We could just chill. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't have to be as like verbal at least. You know, which
it's
is
like
kind of
feeling like
exactly.
We definitely all in situations where it's like. You got a friend in some way, but once that thing ends,
it's like
you never speak like it.
Okay.
Like in high school,
it's a vibe.
It's my dog. Once y'all graduate, it's like damn, I ain't never.
Yeah, it's a vibe because you know the vibe when you're about to cut the nigga off though. I don't know if you ever said what about you. You sitting there like one time I was on the lunch and I was like talking to dude. I was like, damn, like I'm never gonna see this nigga again.
That Jay-Z interview? The interview with Jay-Z when he's like with a bunch of his
oh yeah,
they're like yeah, and he's just good. Like,
that was the ride.
That was the moment. That was the fucking moment.
Because I was just talking about like on some like you cooling in that moment. Like we like in high school, like everyone like we all
cool in
high like senior year we all out going out to eat to lunch. We all hooping. But you know once you graduate, it's like damn. I'm just not even. You don't acknowledge it. Just like okay, well we not hooping.
You know what that is.
We not in.
Nah, sometimes
exactly. Those are like situational friendships, and it's because they're convenient. They're the most convenient.
And you don't realize the end of it until like 4 years back. It's like damn.
Yeah, like
it's like yeah.
But then it also kind of shows that those relationships weren't necessarily that strong to begin with. If you think about it, because it's like I've had friends where it's like, oh, we're only really friends because we sit at the same lunch table and like we play video games on the weekends. But if I decided I don't want to play video games anymore, we really wouldn't talk.
The next year, we got a different vibe.
You're like, damn, I kind of want to play some video games now, but I got no one to play with.
And them niggas will still be there.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. Sometimes.
Ooh, okay.
I feel like, and I do think so.
Okay.
I got a rebuttal. That's even gonna be crazier. Cause I feel like it's a common trope where niggas always like, yo, you gonna outgrow your friends and leave them in the dust. But sometimes you gotta acknowledge that sometimes you the one that's gonna left in the dust. No one ever want to acknowledge that. Sometimes it's you.
Dang.
Oh shit.
That's why you gotta say that.
Crazy.
Dang, you're right.
Like,
shit.
and I feel like everyone goes through that where you have to leave someone, but sometimes it's you getting left. Niggas is always like, I'm smart.
Wow.
But niggas sometimes.
Yeah, but you know that's just that's our personal, our mental making it. You know.
World, but it's like damn. Sometimes nigga, I'm just thinking that.
Damn.
Okay.
You hit.
I'm going. Like, I got someone to call. Looking like
that's funny.
That's the thing. I just want people to acknowledge it. Because people act like, no, why would niggas leave me in the dust? I'm always on this. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah. No, sometimes it is.
It's not a bad thing. Because sometimes it's like.
That's like.
It's just like, yeah.
At the same time, though, right? Don't you feel like there's a reason why there was that growth, like why there was that separation? Usually when I think of someone that I grew apart, it seems like, oh, my values kind of realigned. And I kind of feel like I'm going in the right direction. And it's like, I feel like a true friend would really be like, oh, let me go in that direction with you. You know? If you really think about it. Because it's like, with that, right? It's like you realizing that they're doing something. I like this. It's like with that you're realizing that they're growing apart. It's like of course you're not gonna put the onus on yourself because as people we rarely do that because we don't really want to like face the fact that this is the perspective. Like this is an alternate perspective. Because we're all essentially very egocentric. Yes. You know, we're the centers of our own universe.
That's what I'm saying.
Technically, I'm not gonna lie, everything matters to me. Like I'm saying, like I'm the center of my universe, so like
I'm gonna be selfish.
Yeah, I'm gonna be selfish. Like that's what it is.
It's like obviously it's extreme cases, but like there's no wrong or right like way to go.
That's true too. Like that's fucking true too.
But it's that's the thing. It's not like niggas just leaving in the dust. It's like I kind of want to do this, but you want to do that, but it's just.
So then, don't you feel like simple communication could kind of get that? But then it's like I feel like it's a matter of what are they worth the communication. Do you feel like there's a trust, and then that kind of also speaks to what do you value with friends?
Exactly.
Which is a whole nother conversation. That's like a whole separate thing. It's like You can talk about this,
I
that,
feel like
and the
there's
third.
different levels. Like obviously we got all our old friends on IG. Like you see them, they get a crib. Yo, congrats, my dog, or whatever.
Okay.
Right. But it's like it's not like
day to day. Like if not even day to day. Like if you just talk, you know what I'm saying?
If you see him at
exactly.
Okay. So there's
not necessarily.
I guess
because you could. I feel like friends. I feel like as we grow too, everybody's taking their own path everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta follow somebody else's path. So at the end of the day, it's if you just keep in touch. And again, like for me, loyalty and trust is like the big thing. Like, if I had trust and I have loyalty, and there's loyalty between us, like. You're like again, my boy, like forever type shit. Like.
At the same time, though, I'm curious as to whether the nostalgia of it kind of overarches the actual importance of it. You know,
it's not real. But
that's
it's
exactly because it's like sometimes it's like I know that if I saw some like people that I went to middle school with on the street, I'd be like, damn, of course, of course I'm gonna say hello. Like I always kind of the way that I perceive it, it's like if I saw this person getting jumped, would I jump in?
Hell no.
But it's like that's how I kind of like base it. So it's like, is this someone I would kind of fight?
Niggas is not bad, man. Like, you not just gonna even if it's my friend, I'm not dead. I gotta back on that.
If it's just two niggas, and it's five of them, I'm sorry, my boy. I'm gonna turn around though. I'm gonna look away though.
No.
But oh shit. Nah, that's Thomas. Nah, it's not even Thomas no more, bro. I don't know that nigga.
Now it's two niggas getting jumped. So it's just like, damn.
I call 911.
But isn't it more? I feel like for me, it would be more about how do I feel. Like I don't care. Obviously, I don't think I'm gonna win. I don't win many fights at 5'5", 130. There's not many things I can win. But it's like I feel like for me, it's like okay, there's the intention. It's like I wouldn't be able to like go to sleep at night if I knew that I saw my friends getting jumped and I didn't really, but at least try something. Because it's like at the end of the day, that's like.
Is that a friend though? Like, do we? Because like in reality, I don't really count like people from the past friends no more. Like they kind of just turned into.
That's true, but that's kind of what I'm speaking to. Is like, if I saw a kid from middle school getting jumped right now, I feel like I'd feel kind of obligated, or at least I kind of want to at least do something. Because it's like at the end of the day,
bro.
I don't know about that. Because like if you seen anyone getting jumped. Like if I seen a nigga from math class, I'd be like, damn.
Okay. But it's just awkward because you're gonna see him on Monday. That's
But like,
if you was in class at the same time though, that's if you guys are in the class at the same time. Because if you just see a friend from elementary school that one time getting jumped, alright, like I've never seen this nigga again.
It has
really,
to be a close friend though. Like it has to be like a best friend.
If it's then I'm a hop in as my friend.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So it's like if I didn't really know.
Try to, but I'm talking about
from high school. It's like if it's something they post on their story that's cool, like they did some accomplishment. Yo, congrats! I'd like to see you doing this and that. Like, but it's not someone that on New Year's you're gonna be like, yo, happy New Year's, bro.
Leak it to your family.
But aren't they? Can't you say that both of those relationships could still be just as meaningful to you though?
Yeah, no, definitely. Because it's different. You got your close friends. You got niggas like. They still like I wouldn't say they my friends like they it's not like any type of these my friends but these is like it's still like
same
there's
love.
different levels, right?
Yeah, different love actually, not the same love.
Same thing with you got your girl or you got your wife and you got like a close your shorty, not your
yeah.
See?
Yo, Paul the player, bro. He coming into a different season of summer coming out, bro. It's getting hot.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wife and shorty. But now, like you got like your wifey, and now you got your homegirl. That's still meaningful in different ways.
That's okay. Yeah. I think for me, it's like kind of like a ranking system. It's like okay, these are kind of relationships that I feel like I care about and that I want to put time and effort into versus like things like social media for me. It's like I like kind of remove people on my Instagram because I don't really need it. It's like
that's a big one.
If they do something like on Instagram and I'm just like, oh, congratulations. It's like there's that respect there, but like that's really all it is.
Yeah,
it's more like just like
credit. You know what I'm saying?
It's like like congrats.
And it's like you can do that with anyone though. So
that's what I'm saying. Those are like acquaintances to me. At that point. Those other people are like acquaintances.
Like you can give respect and give credit to anyone that in your life. You don't exactly like you were saying in high school. You see that dude, you don't really know the guy, but you can still give credit. You can still give respect. There's still those positive feelings being directed.
That's what I'm saying.
But it doesn't mean that's like.
That's what we gotta define what a friend is, like
that's
a friendship.
What I'm saying,
because at a certain point, I feel like it's people like. It's just like an acquaintance. If I see him, oh, cool, that's crazy. Like a coworker type shit.
I'll like with some certain dudes, I'm gonna catch up with them like, damn. some homegirls like, damn, it's been a minute, like
trying to smash and shit.
Yeah, hey,
you know what I'm saying? Trying to see if you can hit it a second time.
Nah, first time, bro. I ain't got it like that. But it's like, damn, that glow would be crazy though. Yeah. But anyway, just like on some, damn, it's been a minute. Like, how you been? Like, cause you know sometimes you do reconnect. Like on some, like damn, like you just have a long ass conversation. Just on some damn, like how's life been?
Okay.
Stuff like that. But like when you say friend, I'm guessing y'all talking about like on some, damn, like this my dog. Like we gon' Cause with me, niggas know I'm bad. Like I'm a bad communicator. So I be like not even. You would think that I don't mess with people. I really do. I get you.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it always has to be verbal, you know. And I feel like if you guys like give the right vibe to each other, it's like, or the right vibes there, then it's like, okay, maybe we don't really need to talk about this, you know. But like at the end of the day, it's like for me, I'm better off knowing about these things.
But you see, the thing is though, that's a good point you brought up, because I think we should start getting into those conversations more often. Because I feel like it's like I think it's just like another thing of growth. And if you could do it with your friends, I feel like you could do it in like any other space.
Exactly.
Because I feel like the difficult situation also, you find like the difficult situation, we shouldn't run from it now anymore. We should really get into like because you can really learn from shit like that. Like the more comfortable you are in those situations of telling somebody how you feel, like again, it's speaking your mind and how you become, the confidence builds. It's like it's like a character builder in itself.
You know what it also does is it builds practice in communicating.
Exactly.
And that can extend into extend to obviously when you're talking to girls and you're talking to like your significant other kind of thing. That can benefit that relationship. You can also do like employers and stuff like that.
Business shit like that.
The more aware you are of yourself and in your position and what you can provide, the more you can pitch it, and the better you pitch it. That's an interview right there. Like that, I think.
So like, if you see your friends, just have mad deep conversations with them, bro.
Simple. That's it.
But we got a cheat code because we got the pod. So
no, this shit is crazy right here. I never had a conversation like this. It's crazy.
Cause the thing is, some niggas you really don't. Some nephews, I mean. So that you don't really you don't get into that position to have is no type of environment where you would bring it up.
But the environment has to be created.
But I understand you. We're not about to have a whole conversation about life. Are we hooping? Like you better get a bucket. Like shut the hell up and get a bucket.
A function, right? A kickback, like.
But
sometimes,
but don't you feel like the more accessible the conversation you feel it is with another person, don't you feel like the less pressure there is to initiate it in certain situations where you are playing basketball? I feel like it'll come naturally if you like again.
In basketball, emotion come out easy though. No, like when you play soccer, if a nigga miss, you will take it. You can take it.
I'm not gonna drop a bucket and be like, "Oh, you're my best friend in the world." Like, I love you. Like no, I'm gonna like. No, that's what I'm saying. Like the environment kind of matters.
Niggas got deep at the smoke session after.
At the smoke session? After the hoop.
Exactly. There's time and a place for those conversations.
Yeah, but it's like, damn, niggas is talking about some deep shit. I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. Niggas are just hooping. Nah, I remember, what was it?
Cause that's crazy though. Cause that's you built the teamwork. You built that team shit, like the camaraderie. Yeah. Playing ball, playing whatever you was playing. So now it's like, okay, well, I feel I'm close to you now. Like we've had that connection.
No, I feel like it's the opposite. Cause I feel like I can hoop when I hoop with niggas. Then the next time I see them, I'm like, yo, you cool, like whatever, like what's up. But it'd be some point where somehow we end up talking. That's what builds the basketball camaraderie. That makes sense.
I see.
Like with me and you, I think we had a class. Like we was hooping, but niggas was always like, "What's up? What's up?" Then niggas had a class. And then after the niggas was talking, then niggas became cool, and that builds it. But
you know what that also does? That also shows that common interest builds it too, because like he wasn't playing basketball with another dude.
Of course,
it was like it has to be certain people who had like certain interests. So it's like if you guys
the FDU is from ball.
So if you guys have that interest, then it's like already there's like it's like we're in the same class. Like all right, well the shoe fits, you know.
And that's always how you make your first friend or anything. It's just like common interest type shit. Like I think dudes is the quickest to make friends, bro. We just say, you got P4 or Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Niggas look just for commonality right away, and I think that's what we do as humans in general. You know what I'm saying? We just want to going back to feeling seen and respected. The easy quickest way to have somebody talk to you or respect you is have the same commonality. If you say it's like, well, he thinks the same kind of in the same way, so maybe I fuck with this person. I think that's the thing that goes on.
What I think it definitely could be is if people are both in a space where they feel like, I feel like everyone in general kind of wants to share who they are as people, right? Yeah. And it just matters on what level these people you interact with are in terms of like, because you can meet somebody and they could be having the worst day of their life, right? Yeah, and it's like oh, that guy's kind of an asshole, but it's like but that like it's about there's levels to this life thing, you know, and that's something that kind of like has kind of helped me, you know, as I'm like getting older and stuff like that, is just realizing how like every single interaction with somebody. You never know what their scenario is, you know, and if they're relevant enough in your life where you can have a conversation about, you know, those kinds of things, like how you've been and stuff like that, then it's like, okay, but you can't, like, again, you can't really force those things, but it's
I feel that, because sometimes, like, I'll be alone, but when someone comes along, homegirl, whatever, and I'm like, damn, I actually wanted to get this off my chest. I'm like, damn.
But then you know what I'm saying? But the problem with that is, if you do that to a random shorty,
weird.
That's bad weird. Like, if a shorty came to you and spilled her problems, that's 3 days in, bro.
But I feel like some nephews and females be just off rip. They just alone.
But the thing is, it's like you can be expressive of your emotions without like talking about trauma and stuff like that. You could simply talk about like genuine your interest in somebody else, right? It's like, because if you just walk up to somebody and you're just like, oh, you know, personally, I think you're really cute, that kind of this, yada yada yada. I'd like to get to know you. Like, I don't, if there's a vibe, right? It's like you can't force those kinds of things, but you could also kind of be like, all right, this is something I would want to pursue. So there's a way to navigate it, and like you're being expressive and you're being honest. I think honesty is like, if you're self-aware, you know, honesty kind of comes naturally.
But reading the room takes practice. I know I've been in a lot of situations where I heard something, I'm like, dang, I did not want to know that. And I don't even know you like that.
Like how so?
Like, just so
I've been on a FaceTime call one time, and Shorty would just talk about her ex the whole time. And I was like, alright, so like, what am I here for if you're just going to talk to me about some other nigga? You know?
I'm not going to lie, I feel like I've been in that situation before. It's just, when you
that's a turn on.
It's just like, damn, these niggas been through it.
I don't do it. Like, I think a lot of people...
I don't do that now, but when I was younger, niggas was just like...
I get you. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, like
smarter now.
Yeah. But sometimes there's that kind of feeling where it's like, I kind of want to mention this girl. You know, when you're talking to somebody else, and it's like, it's not because it's like, oh, I'm trying to get her jealous. Maybe a little bit of it, but like it's like, but it's all,
season.
That's what it is. I mean, I feel what you're saying though.
But yeah, it's also just like, I'm just. It's kind of like if you're that comfortable with somebody, you're kind of honest to a point, and the honesty does kind of come with things like, oh, this girl made you feel that way, and it's just kind of a situational thing where it just came up out of nowhere. It's not like you're giving it any real relevance. It's just, I feel open and honest about how I'm feeling, and that reminded me of that. But it's like, okay, but if they're doing it like constantly, then it's like, that's
or just some OD deep, just like some crazy trauma story where it's like, damn, bro.
Like, time and the place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm really a random nigga though. Like, I'm a random nephew. Exactly. So it's like, damn, like you just.
For real, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's like all your family problems, all like you debt and all them shit, like you got gangster niggas like trying to find you and shit, like that's it. I'm gonna holler at you after this conversation is done. Like
it's weird because that also kind of shows that there has to be a fine line between oversharing and knowing when to share something. So that's interesting.
Or it might just be like people just haven't found that person, so they're just waiting for the first person
random people.
To unload it on. It's just like
because they don't have nobody. Damn, that is not healthy.
Because you're talking about people that like most people we just don't share. That's not healthy. And then people that just boom.
If you think about it though, like I feel like people who kind of are more open to speaking about their problems have kind of really accepted it to an extent where they're like, okay, this is kind of me. So it's like as soon as I meet you and you're just like, yeah, I have daddy problems, and I'm like, okay, like I'm like, okay, listen, that doesn't make you a bad person, but it also kind of tells me that like that's a problem that you deal with a lot, so you've gotten comfortable with it, and you're comfortable with it to a point where you're willing to talk to strangers.
Right, because you trying to get some pussy. That's why you like the problem. That's why because he trying to get in some pussy.
Because it's like, but is it though? Like, if they overshare, I don't think that really means that they've accepted it. Because you could accept something, and it's just like, you know it's you, but you still pushing on. Because you're not trying to put your problem to someone else. Like, you're like, damn, you dealing with trauma. Now you're going to put the trauma on this nephew. But now he's dealing with something.
I get you. But that's also assuming that when you tell someone the problems, you intend on letting them carry the weight of your problems. Usually when people talk about their problems, it's just kind of like, oh, I just want to kind of rant. It's like, it doesn't, I'm not looking for you to emotionally absorb, you know what I'm telling you? And if you think about it, people, like strangers, right? they wouldn't have that compulsion to be like, oh, let me be empathetic to this person, because essentially they're a stranger.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, it's like someone who's more expressive about their emotions and about their traumas. You could think that they feel more capable of like sharing that with somebody who's not gonna be empathetic because you're a stranger. Yeah. Versus like sharing, like if you shared it with your like personally, it's like I don't really share problems with my siblings or my parents because I'm like, oh, they're gonna be too empathetic.
Yeah, no, that's one thing I wanted to bring up, because we're talking about all this, but I feel like it do something at home. And most people, I'll say like I don't really open up
at all.
Yeah, so it's just like I feel that's where it starts, because it's just like.
I think that's a lot of like issues that we have with like trying to talk about you know, your feelings and shit like that stems from that, you know.
Yeah. Nah, but one that
in my opinion, for like at least me personally,
I would say like having I mean, I'm blessed because I got the 2 little siblings that they close, but me and my brother, he only a year younger. Yeah. Because we like I remember like we used to fight all the time. Now we got the same room. Yeah. It's like that's like my boy. It's just like you see, it's just like. We totally 2 different nephews, but we the same dude at the same time. You like, damn, like it's crazy. Like you be like, these dudes, but it's like, and everywhere we go, it's like, oh, y'all twins or something like that. Like we same build, like all that. He a little bit bigger, but it's like same.
That's not important. I can still beat him up, you know.
Y'all twins or whatever, like and all that. It's like every time, but like we be having some great sessions sometimes. Where it's like, yo, like. We just be venting just about our childhoods and like how like stuff happens, stuff and down. Like the last one we had like September or something. We were just talking like 3 straight hours, just like, and it's like, damn. I'm thinking like if I had to keep this like to myself, I'd be thinking about stuff, and it just made me mad. It's just like, damn, bro. It's like when me and my brother talk, it's like we just unleashing that into each other and we understand. It's like, damn. You need someone.
That's true.
It's true. Yeah, that's true.
So I might say I might be an example, because there is someone that I do kind of. But then, you know, if you only child or your sibling might be like a little bit younger, they're just younger, so it's not like you're going to have. So,
it just be like it's different. It's different out there.
So sometimes you got the crib like, damn, I'm alone.
I don't know. I feel like because I don't know. I have like a really big family, kind of. It's like I have 2 older brothers and then a younger brother, younger sister. So it's like I have. Throughout my childhood, I had like a wide range of like personalities that I could like go to, or people that I could go to. Yeah. So it's like, but what's funny about them is like with each and every single one, it's like I know what I can bring to the table, or I know what I can present them. So it's like my older brother, I know how his opinion is. So there's certain things I don't want to talk to him about. Right. But you know, but if I have like a problem that I feel like he would be like receptive of, then that's where I can go to. You know, it's like even with my little sibling, my little sister. I know there's not much that I can really talk to her about right now because obviously the age difference. Yeah. But there's levels to it. You know, it's like I could also kind of be like, oh, you know, when I was your age, I kind of felt this, that, and the third. You know, how do you feel like you're feeling? Right. So it's like you're not getting it may not be the strongest emotional like link, but it's like you're still going where you can. You know, and I think that kind of builds a relationship, because that's kind of like, and I want to be that person for like all my siblings, because at the end of the day, it's like. You know, you guys are my world. So
once
why
all
not?
hit once all your siblings are at least 20 something, or yours is all 20 something, then I feel like we could really have a conversation. That makes sense, because everyone's already
seen
grown
some shit,
like that. I feel like it's gonna be But now it's just like, damn, if a nigga in like middle school or high school, it's like you really can't.
You know, though, I think on another sense too, like I think we're just becoming more mature where we're looking for those situations, because I think as we younger, again, we weren't looking for. We were just living in the moment, right? Day to day type of thing. Now, like we're looking to build those relationships with our family, with our friends. Just having these deep talks, just so like now we can really like, you know, evolve the relationship that we have already.
Yeah. You know, for me, I think that kind of, you know, realization and thought was kind of like predicated on the fact that I realized like, oh, you know, you can die any day. You know, because when you're younger, it's like, oh, I'm invincible. You don't really have to worry about tomorrow because you're constantly being told when you grow up. So it's like, oh, my growing up is guaranteed. But it's like, as you do grow up, you realize like, no, like this is a very like fragile kind of thing. So for me, it's like, because I know that, I'm a lot more cognizant of like the relationships that I have in my life. So it's like, I do care to put more effort into the ones that matter. Which is also kind of why I've gotten like, I've weeded out other relationships too. So it's like prioritizing, kind of reevaluating things.
With the what was I just?
Wow, I was just feeling that actually that you brought that up, because it's crazy. My cousin had passed away. Shout out to him 3 weeks ago, and but from like just being at that funeral, he was 30. He's 29, going to 30, and family, daughter, came from DR 3 years, 4 years ago, and family, wife, you know, good father.
And also we had an age where like we say it as a joke, right? That 2020 to 2022 it just happened like that. But time be flying. Like we gonna be like God willing, we gonna be 30. And it's like time is too fast, so you really never know. And it's like we know people that we went to high school with that died. It's like people. I remember there was like a kid in our elementary school who died. I'm like, damn, my brother's 10 years old too. Yeah. So it's like, like time is like
Before, while we on this topic, I just have to bring this up. Y'all seen the kid that died off the ride at the carnival?
That's crazy.
You saw that?
Wait, I saw something on Snapchat about that.
Where the ride where it just goes up and you're seated like this, right? And it just drops. The kid, I think what was he, 12, 14? 14, he slipped right through the seat and he died like off impact.
Damn, but did he die before? I feel like that'd be better. No, but it's probably too fast. So he doesn't
too
know
fast. Off impact.
That's the only thing that's good, I would say. Cause I'm like, damn, I be thinking like, what if he just thinking like, damn, like you know how like when
that
stuff
split
happens,
second was pretty long for him, probably in the air.
Yeah, it's like when something crazy happens, you're like, damn, that was crazy, but knowing like, damn,
that you were able to,
I don't know what's gonna happen in 10 seconds, cause in 4 seconds I'm gonna be dead. So
wow, that's deep, damn.
It's like everything. I messed up, but
I can feel
it's not like, dang, bro. You're not gonna get him and be like, damn, that shit hurt. It's like, nah. Like, damn, that's crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy 14, cause it's like, damn, I was 14. Like, think about everything that happened, and what if I was dead at 20? Or what if I died at 18? Think about what happened in, like from 18 to 22, and then 40. Like, damn, a lot happened. Like,
it's crazy because it's like while you're going through life, right? Everything seems like it's fast in hindsight. You know, like I could be like, oh, in 2nd grade, I went to 6th grade like that. Yeah. But I feel like, essentially, it's like I feel every single day. Yeah. You know, and it's low key long every single day. It's because you feel every moment of it, right? But looking back, it's like that's where you're able to process it quicker because you have points to base it off of. It's like, oh, when I was 2 years old, I was in her class. 3 years old, her class. So that's all you really remember. You don't have to remember like the day to day kind of thing. Yeah. So it's kind of like, for me, it's like very situational where I'm just like, okay, you know, I feel like I'm alive. I'm alive every second that I'm living, right? Yeah. But it's like at the same time, you know, life is kind of long.
What is life though? Like in terms of
that's what is long.
What am I gonna say? I do nephews, I do videos and all that. So I'm like, yo, thank God, because I could look back at. Damn, I remember I was a senior in high school. That time was crazy. Okay. Junior year of high school, man, like all these vlogs I did. College, I'm like, damn, all that. That's crazy, yeah.
Because like, you have more things to connect. That's cool.
Yeah, it's just like looking back. Like, yo, this was prom. Yo, 12th grade prom, or that summer before college. Like everyone, and we talk about friends. There's people in there. I'm like, damn, I ain't talked to shorty in like years.
Who are you trying to hit up from high school?
A lot.
Yeah,
you got not a lot. Social is not a lot, but
word two. What was that? The 10 year after that 10 year? Yeah. Definitely going to that, bro.
Nah, 10 years the thing. 10 years the thing. I feel like that's like a 30 year.
Nah, it's 10 years. It's 10 years.
That's fast.
Yeah, that's quick though. That's valid. That's good enough.
Should be halfway there, I think, right? 2017.
2017?
Yeah, we halfway there. Damn. That's wild.
Damn.
I got nothing sorted out. What am I going to bring to the table?
Like, but yeah, I was saying, like, you talking about life, right? You work 9 to 5, and then sometimes you be tired. So it's like, yo, if days be passing, it's like, yo, am I really living? Or is it just
I see.
I'm just waking up early because I hate waking up early and I'm doing something. If you get any money, but
if you think about it, though, I feel like a lot of life comes from gratitude. Yeah. You know, it's like, yes, the situation may suck, but, like, if like, for me at least, it's like if I made a situation like, oh, I gotta go to work tomorrow, I gotta wake up early. It's like, yes, that situation sucks, but at the same time, it's like that's still giving me something to do. Like, it's not stopping me from living. It's just how I'm choosing to live right now. Yeah. So it's like at the same time, you know, and plus it's like that's also assuming that I can come home, you know. But then that's also assuming that. So it's like there's some assumptions that I am making that I'm hoping I can make. But it's like at the same time, you know, I'm like I try to be grateful for things, but sometimes it's not
easy. To work in one piece, like
exactly.
You never know, bro. Never know.
Be some hard ass days, bro.
Yeah. Cold, bro. Plus, I think what Floyd said, he was like, you work 8 hours a day, and then you on your phone for how long? You doing this for this long, and then you gotta sleep, and then so it's just like So when are you really living, right? If that makes sense.
Are you enjoying it though while you're doing it though? I think that's because if you enjoy being on your phone, if you enjoy because to me it's like I go home and play video games, but I'm playing video games with my boys. So it's like there's still that time, you know. It's like that's
different because it's with your boys, even if it's solo. It's like, but you know what I mean. It's a time for everything.
Yeah.
Like with me, I would say probably like videos is cool and music is cool because I can always look back. Like with the videos, I gotta be with someone to make a video. I gotta be an hour, right? So it's like, damn, it's taking time because with me sitting at a computer editing, I could be doing something else. But I don't know. It's like it's fulfilling in a way, right? Exactly. Yeah. Or then. Sometimes I'm just go to the crib. I just playing 2K. Now I go to bed. So it's like
But there's a balance though too, because you have both kinds of days, and that kind of shows that like if you're enjoying it, it really shouldn't like matter, kind of, because it's like you choose what you want to put your energy into.
Most definitely. And what would y'all say about? I would say hobbies or creative stuff, because like in one sense, I took a break, maybe like a couple of days. I was like, damn, I can't treat. Like I love editing, I love making beats, but I can't just do it. Like I have to just be like, nah, let me not. Sometimes I come home from work, just make beats until like 12 a.m. and then go to bed. Yeah. And sometimes I be like, no, I'm not gonna make no beats this week. I'm gonna just go hoop because niggas be hitting me to.
Yeah, it's draining sometimes. You know, because me and Castro and like our friend Christ. We try to rap. We do rap. We do rap. We do a song, bro. We do rap. So it's like that's something that I do. It's like I consider it a hobby of mine because I spend a lot of time doing it and working on it. So it's like for me, I get burned out pretty quickly. Yeah. You know, I have like a week where I'm like staying up till 3 a.m. like recording, and then it's like okay, now I wanna go to bed. You know, like I kind of fucking hate it now, but it's like I know it's still gonna be there. Like I know that I still have the skill, so it's like I can always jump back on it. Whenever.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of like going to the gym if you think about it. You know,
it's like moderation though. I think it's all about moderation. You know, just finding where your body or your soul is at the best. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to shit like that.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Right? And so do you with burnout? I was talking that with my little brother.
Burnout is crazy. It's real.
I feel like. Do you feel like it can be solved with like intention though? Like, do you feel like if you're constantly like mindful of why you're doing something? Because I feel like for me, I get burned out when I stop giving a fuck about the reason I started.
I would say definitely.
I think the intention you have to have a goal. You have to have intention to go far. But when burnout comes to the point where that you're working so hard for that goal sometimes. Where for me sometimes it's just like, damn, is this really worth it?
But don't you feel like?
But I still have the goal. I have the goal in mind though. I have the intention like, oh, I want to win this and that. But
that's just the demon on your side. You know, like nah, but it is worth it.
But no, but at the same time, worth it as my mental health of like how much my body. I'm tired. Every day I'm tired. Every time I'm dreading doing this work.
Yeah. I get you.
But I still have the goal though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, the way that I'm like the way I want it to work for me, it's like I really hope that if I get the intentions right of me doing something that I know could burn me out potentially, but if I get the intention right every time I do it, then it's like I shouldn't have to burn out. Because I'm like that thing should always be fueling me. So it's like if it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like in front of the TV trying to record something and it's like damn, I'm just doing this because I just want to get it right, not because I care about like doing anything from it. Like it becomes a lot more vain. It becomes a lot more like you have to do it right just because. Like there's no like there's no click. There's no like it's not connected to my future.
But I feel like no, that's not vain if you're doing it just to make it right?
But
that's just you just. It's your art. It's like damn.
But I feel like it comes from like more of a ego thing, and I think these things shouldn't really come from ego. Yeah. So it's like I'm gonna be focused more on the fact that I got it wrong versus how I really want everything to end up right.
I see what you're saying.
So it's like I think for me like that's where the intention kind of flips, and that's what kind of gets me to burn out is when I realize that I'm doing it for reasons that don't really equate to like fulfillment.
Don't make sense.
Yeah, don't make sense. Yeah.
I would say like burnout. I know I had a burnout on YouTube back when college first started, where it's like in high school I was putting in work because I didn't have no obligations. I only work twice a week for like 4 hours or whatever. Then it comes to a point where it's like, all right, these videos get the most views, so I'm gonna do these type of videos. My schedule's a certain way, so on Monday, like between classes, I'm gonna come home. I'll do the same video 6 times. I'll record a 20-minute video. I don't like it. Again. And at some point, it's like, nigga, it's not your job. I quit that shit for like 2 years, nigga. And I came back, and I was just like on some, I'll stay up mad long doing something, but it's like, yo, I like this. Because in a year from now, I could watch this and be like, damn, that was a good point in my life.
So the intent kind of changed.
Yeah.
The intent kind of changed. Yeah.
Before it was like, alright, let me beat the algorithm, let me do this, let me do that. And now it's like, damn, this is like if I'm an actual artist painting, this is my muse.
Exactly.
This is mine.
The focus
right?
doesn't become let me make it. It becomes let me do it because it's fulfilling me. And I think that switch is kind of what makes it less of a less of a burnout thing. If I'm doing it for fun,
so it's not like now I'm trying to make it to double XL 20.
So that's it's like
like no, you're just trying to.
It helps. Like it's it's kind of like how I go to the gym. I don't go to the gym to be a CrossFit athlete. I don't go to the gym to get paid for it. But no, it's
to
like
post on IG stories like yo.
That's something. Listen, I'm just saying it helps. It helps.
No, but now like to change the intention, like now that we're talking about it, like what are some things that you got done to change the intention behind like a goal or something?
So for me, a lot of it comes from like being self-aware and like reevaluating what you really value, what you really see as important in your life. Yeah. And it's like essentially for me, there are like maybe 3 things that are really like important, which are the meaningful connections, physical health, and like creativity. Those are like
let me get yours now.
Let him finish his thought first.
No, I like.
Let me
finish his thought though.
You finish it. I want to hear yours.
Okay, and then you.
So,
right now?
No, I'm not.
I'm gonna have you. Let me finish his thought.
I like that. That's a good thought though. Yeah. We each kind of name that. But where was I going with that?
I didn't do that. I was like, damn, that's fire. Because you said you had your 3 thoughts. He was asking about changing your intentions. To get back.
Okay, you said family.
So
connections,
physical health, and then creativity. Those 3 things are things that I feel like are really important in my life, and it's like that kind of categorization allows me to kind of take things and put them into the categories. Yeah. Like I talk to my family on a daily basis because family is important to me. You know, I try to go to the gym, I try to eat right because physical health is something that's important to me. You know, I get things wrong. I argue with my family. You know, sometimes I just eat too much pizza, but it's like at the end of the day, like the intentions are still there. You know,
see what I'm about to get McDonald's after this.
Listen, I'm kind of hungry.
Where to? I just had McDonald's.
I had McDonald's too. I had Wendy's yesterday too.
I was gonna get it before, but I was trying to be late. I was like, let me get to after, and I'm gonna get McDonald's.
Yeah. What do you
think? So
wait, but then how did that change your intentions though? Like you didn't have those, like you said, physical health, family. So you didn't have them before.
I had them, but I didn't really acknowledge them to how important they were in my life. Like they were just kind of there, you know. Because also, what else was kind of important was school. You know, for like. Right. Kind of these very general things, but at the end of the day, it's like, all right, I'd be willing to miss a day of school to be with a family member that needs it. So it's like you're able to prioritize your behavior based on what's really important to you. And for me, it got rid of a lot of clutter. It made decision making kind of easier because it's like, all right, well, why am I doing this? I'm doing this just because I feel like I have to. Well, I'm not gonna do it then. You know, if it doesn't really make sense in line of what I feel is important to me, what I feel like I value, and it's like it's really kind of irrelevant to me and everything I like wanna have in my life.
And that puts you back into now you and your purpose.
Exactly.
Attention now. Yeah. Full head of steam. We out there.
Okay, so mine, I'm thinking that would be probably like my happiness type shit, like in a selfish thing way, right? Yeah. I think loyalty. Okay. Just having like the loyalty and trust in relationships, like I guess day-to-day shit like that, and then success. To be honest, if we're talking about it right now.
Wait, doesn't that tie into happiness? Success is happiness.
Oh, we could talk about that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You mean like more wealth or
like
notoriety?
No, like happy. That's all happiness.
Yeah, happiness. Like my pursuit of like, you know, being better. Like I guess it's like a self-help type thing.
Damn. So you got can that be 2 different things? The pursuit of happiness and the happiness. Like that's 2 different.
At the same time, this is one thing that I've kind of come to believe is like. If you're pursuing happiness, you're acknowledging that you're not happy, and that kind of in itself is shitty. You know, so it's like happiness isn't something that you should pursue. Yeah. For me, I think Kevin Durant had a quote where he said, I don't run for happiness because with happiness comes like sadness. So it's like if you think about it, what you're really kind of looking for is that neutral ground, that inner peace kind of thing.
Like if come on, bro, we don't know it. If all your dreams came true, like what would happen?
Me?
That's the song.
Oh, in general.
I forgot the original author. For the I Wonder sample for Kanye. Once your dreams come true, like that's the question. But
that's how I move.
Nigga, if all your dreams come true, then what's life? Yeah. Then it's like
life is the pursuit of that. It's what you make. Like because Jim Carrey also kind of spoke to that. One of his quotes was, "I wish everyone in their life got what they wanted because so they can realize that it's not important at all. Yeah. And I think what that kind of speaks to is, again, what you value and what you feel like is important and stuff. Yeah. It's like, for me, I used to be like, oh, well, you know, obviously I want to make money from like doing rapping because that's something I enjoy. But like at the end of the day, it's not really about the money. It's more about what I'm able to do with it. Like with like focus on family, because that's where like so
the main stuff.
Exactly. So it's like it's more about the things that, you know, are bigger than me. You know, bigger than, you know, my own ego. So it's like that's where I feel like the behaviors can kind of drive. That also kind of leads to the whole burnout thing, the whole burnout discussion, where it's like that prioritization, that change of intent, can make things a little bit easier to deal with. You know.
So then with you. So what was when you was there a point in time where like your happiness, loyalty, and trust that wasn't at the forefront, and that caused burnout somewhere? Kind of like.
Well, I think my happiness was not at the forefront when it came to like and success, I guess, or how I deemed success was what caused my burnout in my opinion, because I did. You remember I did the MCA joints where those competitions where I was coming around. So at the time, like being the president, you know, your only goal is to get first place, get top 4. That's your goal, right?
We're not here for second.
We're not here for second. And you know, like just always, you're never here for second. You know, as a competitive person. But it came to the point where, you know, dealing with so many situations, with so many incoming problems, and day to day you're stressed. You know, you wake up stressed, you got shit to do. You go to sleep with shit to do. You know what I'm saying? And so then it's like you have that. That's what I'm saying when it came to like the intention of like I have my goal. My intention is to win first place. Like I want to, and it's bigger than that because it's more. I want to put the people in the club in a better position. I want to have them help them get like their interest in it. But to do that, I have to reach this one higher goal, right? Yeah. So when it came to, you know, putting my all into that, sometimes those day-to-days were just like I'm grinding though. I'm grinding, but it was like I'm dead though. I don't got gas to give.
Yeah, that's also because that's a very important thing to consider, because it's like sometimes in the process of pursuing what you want, you realize it's not what you want. Yeah, and that kind of sucks ass. That's crazy. Because it's like when you realize, like, oh, this is really not all it's hyped up to be. Like I really don't want to do this anymore. But you're already kind of in it for so it's like,
I'm into deep. Yeah, maybe like into deep, because it's like, well, I would say that's kind of like what you define your life. Like say, some people define it by a specific relationship, an intimate. Some people might define it by the MCA thing, right? Some way, somehow, niggas kick you off MCA, like some way, somehow, some happy relationship. It's like, boom, that's all I'm working for. That's boom, boom. Now, some way, somehow, it's not part of me. Now, so what's happening?
Don't you feel like that's like the distinction between actual like things that are kind of external of your control versus things like, if you think about it. If I value relationships, right? Yeah. But I'm putting all my value into this one girl, right? You're just valuing the girl. You're not valuing the overall thing that you wanted, which is a good relationship. Yeah, so like that also kind of. So it's like
that's what the toxic.
Exactly. So you kind of. I think like the distinction has to be made of whether you're like projecting the goal onto a certain thing that's out of your control, like a specific job, like a specific person, versus focusing on the overall goal in general. Like it's not like there was
I know
there's a show called Good Doctor, right? Where it's it's a
really
good fucking show.
It's a great show.
There's this one scene where the doctor, spoilers, the doctor gets broken up with, or he gets rejected by a girl that he likes, and there's like a life or death situation with the patient, and he kind of opens up about the relationship to her, and then she kind of concludes, you know, their parting ways by saying, remember, your goal is a good relationship. Your goal isn't that person. Yeah. Like, so it's like,
but. It's like, damn, I really want shorty though.
Yeah, but if they can't provide what you like, it's like I feel like
if they that can't is provide, true. It could be the best. You could feel like that's the best shorty. She could be the baddest, whatever. But if she's not providing what you need to make you feel comfortable, make you feel like, you know, whole or happy, whatever, then
it's like somewhere down the line,
it's gonna end.
Well, eventually, because you have to, like what we were talking about, you gotta figure that out first. You're not gonna know until you see the signs and the flags, right? You're not gonna know. Like, obviously, you're gonna you being with her. That's gonna make you feel wholesome, happy at the moment. But it's like that long lasting.
Yeah, because you know, you always when you do go into like dates or shit like that, you kind of have like a checklist of the people, like, you know, what you kind of looking for, like, and if there's a red flag is something that you're like, nah, this is not it's not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So you go in with those intentions of knowing what you want, like you said before.
I get you.
Know what you want and what you don't want. And,
because then again, right, marriage relationship, the end goal really isn't the marriage relationship. It's about a partner with doing, like, you still doing your thing.
Yeah,
like, you still doing your thing, but now you got the perfect partner with you. Like, it's not necessarily the partner is an end game. Like,
that's not. I see. Okay, I get you.
I feel like that's what it's meant for. That's
so
how
it's more of a. I kind of like that. I like that.
It's not.
It's a partnership, so you go together, and it's like
it's not like, okay, I got the girl. It's like, okay.
Like, there's more to it.
So I think that's probably where the disconnect comes from, because it's like
you lose the work, you lose working for it,
and then people get lost into, okay, if the girl or the guy, that's the end game. That's just a person. Like, that's why.
That's it. Once you got her, you got her. Once you got her,
alright, now what's up?
Yeah, I think that definitely speaks to the intent. I feel like if your intent is just to bag, then it's like, okay, once you bag,
it's like, damn,
that's your goal.
Like what?
And that's why. And
that's why it's still that do us apart. Because now you got someone you gonna ride with. Y'all gonna do whatever. Then we have family, kids. You gonna get some things done, and then y'all gonna die. That's really
ideally, because you know we were just saying life can like flip in like a day, so it's like,
wow, that's great combos though.
Yeah,
that was great combos. I don't even know how long that was. That was only no
57.
I was about to say, like, I was reading off this. I was like, yo, that was only like 10 minutes. I was like, yo, that's 12 minutes right there. All that.
Niggas went crazy.
Nah, we went crazy.
Y'all know Kendra Barris? I forgot his name. The black. He's a Kenya Barris. I don't know, the dude from Blackish. He's
an actor.
The husband.
Oh yeah, the older one.
Zoe's dad. Basically.
Yeah.
I forgot his real name, but I know he just got divorced from his wife for 22 years. Something like that is crazy, because I feel like after 22 years, you gotta be like, we gotta work this out.
Honestly though, it's like, that's kind of why, because, you know, growing up, you kind of are born or like are raised with the idea. At least for me, it's like, oh, true love exists. You know, I see my parents. I'm like, oh, they really like each other. You know, the situation kind of tells me that they really cared.
Kendra Barris.
Oh, that dude.
I'm thinking. No, okay, my fault. I'm thinking of the writer of the show. But yeah, that's it.
So he got divorced, or the writer got divorced?
No, right here. To estranged wife, divorce petition after she files for second.
It's like, dang, bro, like that's a long
22
time.
22 years, yeah, that's tough.
Imagine how hard being a celebrity is, though.
Yeah, that's
like that must be one of the
going through a divorce in general now with like millions of people watching. That's terrible.
That's how people try to imitate that, like in our social groups, just on social media. Like, damn, I'm going through a breakup. No one talks to me. I'm all
like,
no one was gonna hit you up. That's tough, my boy.
You know, like, damn.
Like, niggas be like, we talk about. I mean, I guess we going back a little bit projecting, but niggas just be doing it on stories. It's like, damn, nigga, like shit.
That's always I've always found that weird, like on social media and stuff.
You know, though, I can see it for some people where that is their only like outlet. Like you have your brothers, you know your shit, but that's their only way to like get it out.
But it's kind of like reading the room. Yeah. To some extent too.
Yeah, but it's like, then again, like you could be like, well, if you don't care, like just unfollow some shit. Like that don't matter. It don't really matter.
I don't unfollow, but I'm more so just like you ain't embarrassed or something. Like you just throwing out your whole business
life out there like
to everyone, bro. And it's like, it's not just your closest friends on IG.
Exactly.
You spill out your business to niggas from high school, some nigga from work.
Damn, you know, Shorty going through a divorce again. This the third nigga. She got 4 kids.
It's even funny because like a Shorty posting new man, we like, damn, I done seen like 4 niggas, 4 nephews this whole year. Like he don't even know, bro. Like he don't even.
So I don't even know what he got into.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit is hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be funny, but hey, we be on that social. We be talking about that a lot, but hey. Yeah, what can you say? Niggas is crazy, bro. Niggas is crazy.
Hey, though, I'm gonna be on social media though all weekend though. That shit.
Oh, nigga about to be how long?
That shit from Saturday to Thursday.
Oh, nigga about to be lit.
I'll be lit, dog. That's a week.
His story about to be like. His story about to be looking like this, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, word 2.
Yeah,
word 2.
Like 1,000.
I'm gonna make niggas vlog.
You just vlog.
Yeah, I'm vlogging at that point.
He gonna channel his inner JP, bro, for that.
Nah, JP should be crazy. That be daily though. Yeah. That should be like that like every other day. I'll be like, damn.
He think he LeBron, how LeBron posts. Like,
nah, yeah. Nah, that's funny as fuck.
Sometimes it is just fun though.
It is fun.
It is just fun to post your shit.
Because then you get to see it afterwards later too.
Exactly.
I was
stories all the fucking
I was there wilding, my boy.
I was there wilding. I don't really be posting no more. I feel like I'm gonna be like the one post a year, 2 posts a year.
Oh, for like post though or stories though, because it's
even
different.
Stories, I just if I'm out somewhere different, I'll be like, yo,
outside.
Good eat something. Yeah. If I'm at like a crazy restaurant, I'll be like, but not on some like, you know when niggas be like, yo, niggas know everything, like. Like also,
I mean, I don't know.
I spam my story all the time.
I
think I'm hilarious. Yeah. So like people would enjoy this, you know.
Yeah, like it's different. Like some people feel like they like celebrities, right? They're interested in like your favorite basketball player, rapper. Like it's cool to watch, but some people are on that. Oh, I'm like, no, niggas really don't.
I mean, maybe there's people that do jack that. Maybe there's people that do like, oh, like that's cool. Maybe it's just maybe it's like the audience, you know. Maybe it's like there's certain people he's like. They post it for. Yeah. It's like I know that they'd appreciate it, or like it's like maybe that's kind of speaks to the fact that maybe social media isn't like the best thing in terms of representing like close relationships and stuff. So
most def. Everyone got their different level. Oh, my son, the watch came in.
Yeah. You can find that working.
Yeah, I got it working for real.
Nigga get iron, nigga says. Like, nah, bro. You gotta have that shit shown.
That's
You're not safe in the hood. You're trying to hide the ice, bro. You gotta keep that shit.
Keep it tucked. You see what I'm saying? And then I pop it out.
He like, nah. Yeah. But, see, I feel like niggas beat it to death. But, you know, niggas was talking about the, okay, well, for the Oscars, there was some winners. We had, Samuel L. Jackson. He won his first one. There was someone else. Questlove.
Really?
He won. He did this the Summer of Soul documentary.
Wow. Oh.
He won.
Wow.
Yeah, first that's his debut. He got an Oscar with Oscar.
Yeah, that might be an Oscar.
Yeah, he won an Oscar for that. So 2 Black Kings. I mean, one for great.
Will got one.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, that's great. That's his first one too.
Yeah. That's a hell of a night. We were talking about this.
That was a hell of a night for Will Smith, bro.
You smacked a dude and you got a trophy. And
you smacked a dude, got your first Oscar like ever, you know, and you parting your life away afterwards. Yeah.
Can we talk
after you put like one of the best performances you ever put out?
When Chris was like, it was a joke. He was like, keep up. I thought that was a skit, bro. I was like, that can't be.
He kind of scared me when I heard the audio. I was like, that kind of sounds serious.
It sounded like the RECD. I thought that was that skit, bro. I was like, bro, that shit gotta be fake. There's mad niggas in the audience.
Yeah.
Keep my wife, nigga.
Yeah. Like, you see Lupita behind him?
He was front row.
He was.
So
there's nothing to stop him. Like, you know, like if you 3 rows back, you can kind of give it like a.
Sorry. But like front row, there's nothing stopping you. Like it's like, and they're right there. So and plus, even the walk up and the slap. Yeah. He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing.
As soon as he got up, because.
You saw it on his face, he could tell in his face that I'm about to smack this dude. And then when he smacked him, he came up and was like, I just smacked this man.
He didn't even say anything to him. Walked up,
I was like, yo, it's a skit. I'm like, what's happening right now, bro? Like
that was bad.
It just looked like this nigga was like, I was like,
no, but Chris, again, bro, shout out to Chris Rock, he got good reaction because he dead moved a little bit and he didn't take full compact of the hit, you know what I'm saying?
And then he proceeded to continue hosting.
And exactly.
Yeah, he didn't just walk off. He was like, and he made a joke. He made a joke. He made a joke.
It's like when you hoop it and the ball hits your face and you start laughing like on some up. It's like, damn, like,
celebrity just smacked. This nigga really just smacked me. That's a funny shit ever.
He says that this was the greatest night in television history. Yeah. Because then it's like, and then he continued to kind of.
He was shook though. He was visibly shook though.
He started messing up his words.
That's like the Hollywood elite and all that.
Yeah. Can we talk about how good of an actor Will Smith is though? I didn't really acknowledge this, but
he was cooking and we had a pod.
Oh,
he was like he could only play himself.
That's true though. That's true though. This is okay, but this last one
he said in everything he plays it like he be playing a character, but he be playing himself. Oh, that makes sense. Like he's not a good actor.
Doesn't that mean he's a good actor though? No, it's like he's able to make the role him.
No, like he's just him.
Think about it.
The best thing that he had was the King Richard shit. That was the best I've ever seen.
Pursuit of Happiness, I Am Legend was a great movie. 7 pounds.
Like you're not gonna see
Men in Black.
You see him as an actor, right? You're not gonna be like, that's the character, you're gonna be like, no, that's Will Smith.
That
makes sense, yeah.
Exactly.
No, oh, it's Will Smith. Like, if that makes sense.
He's that big. Oh, that's fair. Okay.
No, because some people like.
Because like Michael B. Jordan is a face actor. You know what I'm saying? We don't really. We don't really fuck with him for his what his speeches and shit like that.
Killmonger, that's Killmonger.
Yeah, it's just like the face, his expression he's making. Like,
think about how good his roles were. Like, I feel like you gotta respect the actor. It's like Pursuit of Happiness. That was
I
Am Legend was so good. That shook me.
That's the his son, right?
But that was he was playing himself though.
Nah,
I Am Legend. I think.
That wasn't like a.
Even Pursuit of Happiness. I feel like that was.
Yeah, like he was.
That was a good movie, but that's really just him.
You know, like we talk about like documentaries like Muhammad Ali. Like I don't know.
He also did Ali.
Yeah, he did.
He did Ali. It was. Listen, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but
isn't there a new one? Ali.
I don't know.
Okay, but say like Denzel Washington, he was Nelson Mandela.
Yeah,
he was Nelson Mandela.
Killed that.
But he was Malcolm X. Like it's like
I feel like those but I feel like that way.
I
feel like that way toward him. If I saw that, I'd be like, okay, no. Listen, because I don't watch Denzel like that. I don't. Yeah. I've watched a lot of Will Smith movies.
Right.
So if I see him in a movie, I'm like, oh, that's or like Matt Damon. He's in Good Will Hunting. He's in The Martian. Right. I don't think that's Matt Damon. I think that is Will Hunting, 19-year-old delinquent. That is a genius. That's like that's not Matt Damon.
But Denzel, like them roles, like when
that's,
he was
that's a solidified role though. That's like history.
That's him. Like that's Malcolm X. Like
but that speaks more like to preference though, don't you think?
No,
that's more preferential. How many movies have you seen of Denzel Washington?
There's
American,
probably, right?
What's American X?
American Gangster.
That's
Frank Lucas. No,
see, like yeah.
It was. Yeah, I'm like, no, that's Frank Lucas. Like that's not Denzel. Like no, that's. Like,
you know, like
it's like no, that's Will.
That's Will. Yeah, he made the role was made for Will though. It wasn't like a.
Like, oh, it's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air sequel, basically.
Exactly. Him growing up. Yeah. That's it. That's all it is.
Okay, I mean, I think it's more of a preference thing. Like, cause me, like I'm biased.
There's one movie that is just like trash, bro.
Okay, Shark Tale.
But he was fighting himself. Is that what you're talking about? Because he was cloning that one.
Which one?
When he had the clone, but it was of his younger self, but he like a soldier.
Oh yeah, that was
okay. We're not gonna. We're not talking about that. That's not the movies I was talking about. I understand the hate on After Earth. But like, he's a good actor. I'm gonna stand by that.
He a volunteer because he has a lot. Like Denzel only in certain. Denzel not taking everything. I feel like Will's just.
He was an Equalizer too, wasn't he?
I think that's but Denzel, right?
That is Denzel. I thought that was kind of a weird movie. Like, you know how that's kind of like the Liam Neeson trope. If you think about it, you know, like Liam Neeson only plays that. He only plays that father that's angry and that wants to kill people. Tombstone, Taken. It was in The Grey though. There's a movie called The Grey that's really good with Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Qui-Gon. And he Ra's al Ghul.
Oh yeah,
you're right.
He got Qui-Gon's a great role though.
That's a good fucking role, bro.
Because he's Qui-Gon like for real. He's like, damn, that's him.
That's why I didn't recognize it was Liam Neeson because that's Qui-Gon. That's Qui-Gon. That's not Liam Neeson.
See, now that's what we're saying.
I guess I get you, but I feel like
Ra's al Ghul, that was Liam Neeson. You was like, nah, that's not Ra's al Ghul.
But think about it. But again, it doesn't. Because again, like I said, it's a preference.
Wait. He was just there. He was filling roles.
He just had a sword in the ninja shit, but he wasn't.
He wasn't really there.
But everyone got does. Everyone got does.
Yeah, no, you're right. But that's what I'm kind of saying. It's like it's a preference thing. Like I don't like Liam Neeson. I don't like him as an actor, you know. But like I don't really have an opinion on him. But I know that he has good movies, and I see him as Qui-Gon. That doesn't mean I think he's like the best actor though. So he played the role. So it's like I feel like Will Smith does that enough to be considered a good actor.
Or who's something like Mark Wahlberg, where he's a nigga, he's a nephew who's really just himself. Like he don't play anyone. Like he's just like
that's true.
He's a nigga who just act tough.
Other guys, what else was he in?
There's only some people that can feel
like
that.
They say that about
Ice
Johnson. About who? The Rock.
Yes.
You know the Journey to the Center of the Earth movies? Journey to the Center of the
Yeah, I remember those in the old
and it's like even like Tokyo Drift, he kind of plays a similar.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
but he always has.
John Cena's good. John Cena's good. He's great.
And Peacemaker.
But he's also he was great.
The Marine.
Yeah, it was good.
Peacemaker was great.
It was good.
I'm like, damn.
My brother said it was really good too.
Bro, I'm like, John, he him, bro.
It's a TV series, right?
TV series.
He him, bro. He him.
But that's still a role that he could only play though, like, you know.
I think we're saying that because looking back, like I think other people would have made a good Peacemaker.
Nah, but Yeah, people, but he played it perfect. Like he embodied.
He did a good job.
Like
he brought a character for.
Yeah, like he wasn't, cause he really don't play. Like usually he's just like he was in Transformers. He was just a nigga just
like he's usually the Marine.
Like,
or in
just the
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, he's just an Aki nigga.
Yeah, he did it in the last one, and they was like, nah, they gotta stop it.
Sometimes I feel
that shit was ass. I ain't gonna
fan service. They're just like, let's just insert this actor real quick.
Yeah, 2 was tough, 2 to 3 or 1 to 3, but then after. But in terms of actors, yeah, they good. I mean, I know we got on you for the Will Smith, but I guess we was just like, nah. He was trying to get it off, but he was like, nah, we cut that shit. He was like, nah, it's quiet. But well, congrats though. I feel like he should have been had one though, cause I'm like he been in way too much movies not to have one, dog. So I guess congrats to him. Yeah. It sucks though, cause like, bro, Questlove, he like one of them OGs in hip hop to get an Oscar in his director's debut, bro. Come on, son.
Questlove, who?
He's the drummer from The Roots.
The guy with the fro.
The fro, yeah, the drummer. Like
shit.
Man,
shit. Isn't he on
hip hop? Like that's hip hop.
Is he Conan, Jimmy Fallon? Which he's going live band?
Yeah. Like, bro, like think about hip hop is led by drums, and he was like one of the first to bring in them live drums, and he made himself sound like it was like sampled. Like think about like we talk about artists have different art. Like damn, now he is directing. Summer of Soul.
That's I didn't even know that though. I did not know that.
He's in like damn. He's a genius. Like he be in a lot, but he's really a genius. But that's the thing with Will that just got me tight because it's like, bro, you got Questlove winning something, bro. Samuel bro, he been in how much movies, bro? And this is first one. Yeah. And niggas did not know because all you seen was Will Smith slapping on all the memes.
But think about it though. That also kind of speaks to the reason why he probably did it. It's like he probably doesn't care about the notoriety. He wanted to send a message because a dude was making fun of his mother, or his wife, who's dealing with something that we don't really know about. Yeah. So if you think about it, it's like I did kind of respect that. You know, it's like I understand where it was coming from. Like someone clowns your wife who's dealing with a condition. Yeah, I get it. It's comedy, but like at the same time, some comedians know when they make jokes that they're like, all right, well I kind of deserve to get hit for this. So it's like, and Chris Rock kind of
have it. If she didn't have it, I'd be like, alright. But no,
he also didn't know. I heard he didn't know.
She just got tight.
She got tight.
He was laughing.
Because he was laughing.
That was funny, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see. I had to look up G.I. Jane afterwards, bro. That shit was funny, dog.
That's the only thing, because this nigga was dying. And then now he's laughing. So I was like, alright, bro.
Because we know it was Tony looked at him, but a good time.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I saw a post today that was like, oh, Jada's just so manipulative of him. It's like he's his own person. Like it doesn't really matter how she.
No, she got this thing in the toilet.
Yeah, she got the
But like you can't just take away all that responsibility that Will has of his own life. It's
but
he does. Crazy. Let's say that is the case. Like he doesn't have to do it,
bro. Like but
okay, can we talk about that?
The red table talk.
I don't know anything about
it. They were saying Chris Rock was gonna pull up with August and Tupac. I'm just thinking like it's.
She been having this dude in the torture rack, bro. Like he got this nigga.
For like a year now, 2 years now.
No, it gotta be forever, bro.
No, I'm talking about like in public 2 years.
At the same time, he's not only defending his wife, he's defending his mother, the mother of his kids. So it's like, and that's kind of why if you saw Jaden when he was like, when he kind of, he was like, that's how we do it. It's like you gotta like, maybe he was, and plus the speech, he was talking about protecting family and stuff like that. But it's like in public though, they still kind of hold it down. You know, I feel like you gotta do that.
Though, because that red table talk was crazy. Like she was like,
that's Jada though. That's Jada though. I'm talking about like Jada.
Wasn't the kids on it too?
Wait, the kids,
the daughter,
Jada
Smith.
They was balling on
not Jada. What's her name?
Willow. Yeah, they was
wilding on that nigga and the mom. The mom, Willow, her, Jada, Will by himself. Like no backup.
Like they was. Like,
this thing, that's where the meme came from. Will crying. Yeah, that's exactly where it came from, bro.
On national television.
On national television. On Facebook, like, on the Facebook shit.
It's one of the most popular.
Listen, but he still had the balls to do that. Though. It's like he still had the balls to defend her because everyone knows it comes from a standpoint of him defending her. And it's like you gotta listen. He probably knows how he looks because considering all the shit that he's been through, he knows that. Right, he knows that better than anyone. But he still chose to kind of do that, and that kind of shows character.
Are y'all making that decision though?
But look, if he didn't,
are y'all stepping on stage?
But look though, if he didn't slap her,
if I had those movies,
like niggas wouldn't be like, "Oh, Will a bad husband." Like if he
didn't slap her,
that's true.
It would have went on normally. Yeah, it would have went on normally.
That kind of way it shows that he's clearly wanted to send a message that he felt was important enough to do that. He knows what it's gonna do to his potentially. He knows what it's gonna do to his career.
Because he's supposed to be. Well, he's been a nice guy. It's like damn.
And he wins an award after that though. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's a pretty balling move. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's a big move though.
That's a big move.
That's a trademark game in his life forever.
Yo, you never win your question though.
Are you guys doing that? Yeah. Like,
what?
If someone disrespect my girl?
Yeah. Are y'all going on stage like that?
Oh, like so, like bring it down to us. We would be at the kid I don't know, someone's graduation, and niggas is like, nah, but. Niggas wouldn't be in that situation. Like,
no, we wouldn't.
There's not gonna be no comedian.
Okay, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I was a movie star and I was gonna win an Oscar that night, and then the comedian kind of said something, I'd feel on top of the world. Yeah. So I'd probably be like, listen.
But you don't know you're gonna win the Oscar.
But like if you're front row and you're there, and then the comedian's talking about you, he's talking to you. It's like, okay. I feel like I can't put myself in Will Smith's shoes because I'm not Will Smith. True. You know, so.
But I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? If you could though, I'm not stepping on that shit at all, bro.
So let's talk about an equal situation.
She gonna have to just.
So if you Will Smith,
I'm gonna take that to a crib, bro. We gonna talk about it in the car.
In the car,
okay. Based in your Will Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Will Smith.
So you have all the experience. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like you can't really understand how he really, because he already. Yeah, that's true. The confidence of that dude, like he's a movie star, he got millions of dollars, and his wife is still sitting next to him despite everything. Yeah. And you're being talked to about the front row. You want to
be dragging him.
I wonder how that dynamic is.
I'm curious too. I'm really curious too.
Really like got on
dogging that nigga, bro.
So I don't even. They just there for. Like they could divorce and people wouldn't care because we already know like there's no way they gotta be like a regular family, bro. She on the whole podcast like nah. Tupac, I wish Tupac was alive. Like I'll be reading this.
Did she say that?
That's what she be. No, she be definitely saying that. She like on some.
That was
I love Tupac.
Tupac hit it first type shit like.
And that like think about.
That's the craziest part.
Think about niggas where it's like
never be number one, bro.
Her ex is still alive, right? So think about that. Like, bro, that nigga been dead since the 90s,
and she's still.
It's like damn.
But then again, doesn't that make more sense? You do talk about people, like dead people in the past. I feel like that gives a kind of more of a relaxed vibe. It's like it doesn't mean she's like yearning for him. It means like she probably just misses him.
But it's because it's different because like I'm your husband, so it's like you talking about it's like damn.
But then maybe he understands because clearly they were friends. It's like listen, I'm not gonna control my girl's friends, that kind of thing. So it's like if
I'm controlling mine. It depends though.
But it's like I'm not like if she wants to do that, like I have to trust that she's still like she's married me. Let's say
yeah,
so
I mean,
so you gotta respect that regardless of any past history.
Because she be talking, she be reading this nigga's letters. She be like, man, Tupac was this and that, like every other day. But it's like, damn, the 90s, bro. You had a whole husband. You got like 40 years of marriage or something. It's like, damn, nigga, like.
I mean, at the same time though, it's like, why? If she feels comfortable enough to talk about him, knowing that Will is still gonna be there. Maybe it shows that it's not as malicious as people think. Maybe he sees it as harmless too. Because because we don't know the situation of it. It's like
if it wasn't harmless, he wouldn't have done that. Yeah. If it wasn't harmless, he wouldn't be crying on live television. I mean, it's not harmless,
Because just because offense isn't given, it's always taken. So it's like maybe she was just talking and he took things. He can still take things the wrong way. It doesn't mean the person is bad.
Offense is given because you can say some wild stuff and it's like.
But that don't mean you gotta like. You don't gotta like.
Now you can say some wild. You can say some mad disrespectful. It's like it's definitely offensive.
No, I get you, but you don't gotta respond. It's up to you to respond.
You know what I'm saying?
But like what your mom said, it's like, bro, don't start something you can't finish. Like you can't. Like a lot of people have the mentality of I'm gonna just say whatever. But now if you say something bad, now it's
and shorties are the worst case in that, bro. They be dragging it, bro. They would then violate. Say your deepest, darkest secret in front of you, in front of all your friends and shit. Like,
no, but
that's crazy.
I don't know. With those kind of situations, though, I can't help but wonder. Like, people that hurt people are also hurt themselves. Mm-hmm. So it's like I can't help but like, okay, let's say someone does do that. I'll be like, damn, that person must really have some shit going on. Like, it's not really about me. It's
I'm gonna be mad.
I mean, obviously, I'll be crying in the car on the ride home. But like. I would also understand, at least that's how I would look at it.
I feel like it's good to want, you know what I'm saying? But in the moment when somebody say, and that's why you ate my asshole, right in front of everybody, you gonna be tight as hell.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like
you gotta keep some stuff in the house.
Exactly.
Okay. That's
Because we grow, like you're just not going. And there's some stuff once you leave your mouth. Whatever you say, you can't take.
And that's on public. That's on public TV too. Yeah, so you can have that. You can have that conversation in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like you don't gotta do this on
car ride. Hey, whatever you want. You don't gotta be right there.
You don't gotta be on TV.
It don't.
You gotta get your mentality right, I guess. Because it's like you've grown, so it's like why you? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Damn.
You gotta be up soon.
Yeah.
What's on? Oh, you almost.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some.
Yeah, it's 9:40.
Damn, well, we usually be done by what? This time, right?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah. Man.
Yo, that shit went fast though. I'm not gonna lie to you. What is that?
Because this wasn't even
hour and 20.
Now, yeah, we actually showed it, but yeah, that's good. I feel like because I was like an hour 15.
That's valid.
Yeah, get the punchy in, get the punchlines in. Yeah, it's crazy because this was definitely not the way I seen the pod going.
Nope.
Like we didn't even talk about the topic.
Yeah, we didn't even have. We kind of touched it for like a second. We could have, but like whatever.
And
it was flowing too well. Yeah.
And then boom. But yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's why it's good to have like a different perspective. It's like boom, bring out that. Yeah.
Saying. It brought back more old memories.
Oh yeah, for real.
That felt like old times right
there.
That's
crazy. Yeah, this is definitely a great pod, but. In terms of just like a little quick down segment, I don't got no down yet.
What, like a wrap up? Oh, we could like a wrap up.
Oh,
okay. Damn.
Oh damn! My dad wrote a book, bro.
Your dad wrote a book,
bro. I was like,
that's crazy.
My boy be reading. I told him like, yo, my dog, he be reading. I'm gonna bring him one. I forgot. Next
That's crazy.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
He's an author. That's pretty fucking.
What's that? What is it about?
It's called Meet Gideon. So it's about. That's my last. Damn, I guess it's a lot because he shouldn't have been born. He should have been like autistic, all that. He should have been aborted and everything. But he healthy. You know what I mean?
Wow.
He a badass little kid, but it's like, and it's like mostly about like his faith. You know what I mean? Because he was born in the Nigerian Civil War back then, and it's a lot.
Yeah. Wow.
Cool, I was like, damn. I was literally like, yo, my dog, this nigga be reading for real, or bringing him a copy. Forgot, but it's alright.
Nah, that's what's up though. That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up though. Dime section. Anything new? Oh, I've been listening to chill. A podcast. Shout out to them. Black Men Need Therapy. Shit been fire. I've been listening to it in the morning. To be honest,
the pod kind of similar to that. Like that's what when he said something about that, I was like, we should talk about the mental.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, they talking about it. That's a good topic. Niggas gotta bring.
That's a really cool topic to even talk about.
Yeah.
We didn't even touch the surface. It's so much.
But I feel like we hit some spots though. We hit some shit today. I feel like we said some shit.
When y'all go home, I want y'all to think about who outgrew you. I want both of y'all to think about
who outgrew.
Yeah, like you know how I said like
that's going to hurt.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be able to. I feel like I'm out.
I don't need that kind of energy. I don't want to think
niggas
about
is not on my timing. That's what I'm gonna say. Niggas is not on my timing. I'm always progressing, nigga.
Like,
I'm evolving at all times, bro. I'm that nigga, bro. I'm him.
These niggas, bro.
I'm him.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's crazy. That's mad funny. But yeah, that's the question for y'all, man. Who outgrew y'all, bro?
For real.
Who outgrew y'all?
And you can tell when somebody outgrew y'all too.
When someone outgrew you?
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
I still can't tell. I don't want to find out. I don't want to find out.
You can kind of tell when somebody's trying to be more distant.
It's hard to. Well, that's different. I'm talking about like outgrow as in like I don't even know.
Because it's different from outgrowing and just like going separate ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Outgrowing is when like I feel like it's like you've been with a person for a couple. For like you've been and then you're like, damn, I don't even want to fuck with you no more. Like, or we cool, but. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time, though, if someone does outgrow you, are they really worth it, though? Because think about it. If they choose to kind of leave the... That's like, lost baggage isn't always lost baggage.
And that's why it's difficult to say, like, who outgrew you. Because at the end, again, like, you probably maybe outgrew them. Yeah. You don't know. Like, in your case, you doing your own thing, so it's like,
It's different, too, because outgrow versus you just grow separate.
Exactly. So it's like, y'all both gonna outgrow... Again, like, y'all both outgrew each other type shit. Yeah. It was just...
Which is like, damn, I'm really a bum, so this nigga just...
At least in the
moment.
At least in the moment. Because it's like, again, there's levels to life. So it's like, maybe you guys meet on another level, you know? Like, that's closer to kind of where you got... It's a lot.
That's never happened to me yet, but I guess because we're still young. I never grew apart and then grew back, kind of. I don't know. But I guess we're still young, so it's literally... How long have we been alive?
That's what I'm saying, because I was friends with him in middle school. We didn't really talk in high school or anything like that. Yeah. So it's like, and now we're talking.
True.
So it's like...
Oh, you went west, right? You said you went
west too. West.
See, like, it happened.
Yeah. And and then again, that's
y'all was close before.
Always, And but then I think, and again, trust and loyalty type shit. Like we always been cool, so like trust and loyalty.
When you're young, you don't really know about.
But you do though.
You get the vibe.
You get the vibe though. Like you know who you could like fuck with more than others. You know.
Okay, cause you was on 4K like these niggas fake.
But like when you
Rats, bro.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, we young though, so
yeah, it don't matter.
Game, it is what it is, bro. But I'm betting a lot of niggas. So it's like,
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, in my opinion, none of these niggas is above me, bro.
Like what Jay said on he was like, you're the one that's crazy if everyone crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah. All niggas be like, nah. These niggas also be like, nah, niggas, it's you. Like, nah. These niggas are real you. But yeah, man, Race Break Pod, yo. We was talking about, it's a great pod. I mean,
yeah, it's a great pod.
34.
Drop some shit today.
Mental health. We got a couple of You Matter hoodies. We should went out for the pod. You Matter. I'm gonna come up with my own actually.
Yeah.
Embrace the wave You Matter. No. So that shit 100.
That's trademarked already.
100,
bro.
100.
Yo, bro, what's up? Yeah, what's up with that, bro? I saw an essential sweater, $100, bro.
Niggas just be that's why I don't like to call myself a brand, because I not a clothing brand. I just got the brand and some cool shirts kind of. Cause some niggas be, I'm a clothing designer. Niggas buy screen print some random shit. Yeah. It's like upcharged. Yeah. The black niggas be doing it the worst. Like on some they do some black phrases. And they sell that shit for like $200. Like it'd be like on some as you
random,
should.
yeah.
$300. It's like, alright, bro. And then they be like, damn. But if y'all went to Prada, y'all would have bought. It's like, alright.
I'm dead.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
you funny fella.
Niggas on Twitter.
Everybody always want to get thing.
Yeah, and they'd be like, nah, but if you was at this white store, like, nah, nigga, I ain't. Don't try to do that, bro. But yeah, it was great pod, man. Like.
I just thought mad niggas that do that, bro.
A lot of niggas do that, bro. If you actually sew your own stuff and stuff, I'm like, yeah,
that's fire.
Yeah, now you can't just screen print some BS and then
some like news video.
Nah, yeah,
a catchy ass phrase.
It's like, damn,
period.
Bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Yeah. Ooh child or something. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. But y'all, you can find us on Attitude Wavy, man. We on Apple. Spotify, everything.
Tell a friend. Tell a friend.
Come on, bro. We elevating, bro. We elevate. We talking about some real cool topics, important topics.
Niggas is
grown. Yeah, most definitely. Like you could even see when we was on the pod whatever before. It was fun, but it was I guess some young nigga shit.
Yeah.
Some young nephew stuff. There's some young nephew stuff.
It's evolution right here.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool to watch it back. Like, damn. I guess it'd be harder to listen to older ones because it'd be not harder, but it's like,
I don't listen to them regardless. But I just hate hearing my voice.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Plus, I'll be the one editing, so it's like after I'm like, I don't want to watch this because I've been listening to that shit too long. Yeah, it's like, nah, it's clip. But yeah, man, Brace Away Podcast.
Bow.
We out. Gang.